All right, we're ready to get the second half started. Utah State, Air Force, Aggies leading 29-25. 4-point lead for Utah State as they get ready for what should be an interesting second half. And, Coach, I could not agree with you more. If you have an opportunity to put your foot on the throat here in the early stages, you might be able to put this game away pretty quick. But if you let Air Force hang around, then it's going to be anybody's game down the stretch.
Yeah, both teams in the first half had, 2 or 3 minute stretches where they didn't score. We had one right there at the end. So, yeah, you need to come out early and really get the crowd involved. I feel like we've got a really live herd student section right now, and they're just ready to explode. Yeah,
no doubt. Give them something to cheer, give them something to be fired up about, and park this car in the driveway. Get a big W tonight. 29-25, 4-point game for Utah State. Whoever starts shooting the ball well here in the second half has a chance to really put some distance between them and their opponent. Utah State with the ball, moving left to right. To start off the second half, Sam Merrill, step back three is up and good. That's not a bad way to start things off. Sam Merrill with the three gives the Aggies their largest lead of 7, 32-25, excuse me. Swan dishes over to Lavelle Scotty, blocked at the rim. And the fight for the rebound finally pulled down by Quinn Taylor. Give Dwayne Brown Jr. the block.
Just look at the difference between the energy level of the end of the half and the start of the half. Great adjustment at halftime.
32-25, Aggies up by 7. Sam Merrill hitting a three to start things off. Getting a screen from Taylor, goes left side, left-hand layup, up and good. And Sam Merrill on a 5-0 run to start the second half. Jacob Van crossing the timeline, gets Lavelle Scotty in position. Hands over to Swan, near the free throw line, back to Van. Van on the left wing, posting up Swan on the left block. Back over to Van Solen. Up top to Swan. And a foul as Lyons and Kobe got mixed up, and they're going to give the foul to Kobe. And the first team foul for Utah State from McEwen. That's his first foul overall.
Yeah, and we didn't mention it much in the first half. I think we only had 4 or 5 team fouls. We did a good job defensively. We just need to keep that up.
Lions set to inbound. 18:49 left to go. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for the Falcons. Lions waiting for somebody to clear. Has to get rid of it. Holds on to it and throws it deep down to Swan. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Jacob Van on the right wing. Outside the three-point line. Pounded that dribble. Back over to Lions. Lions three-point line into lane. Goes up against Quinn Taylor and gets it to go. Wants the foul, won't get it. But again, attacking the rim on an isolation play. Kobe McEwen with the Aggies leading by 7, 34-27, 18:22 left to go. Aggies leading on a 5-2 run. Kobe McEwen, he'll attack the rim, loses the handle on the way up, and Lions pulls it down for Air Force. Swing it around, Jacob Van takes the three, misses it. Lavelle Scotty pulls down the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Sam Merrill as he poked at the ball on his way down.
Yeah, I think if Kobe holds on to the ball right there and doesn't lose it, he probably either gets the basket or the foul.
Yep.
And then on the other end, we just, again, just a little overplay, a little too excited, and that's really what they lull you into doing.
Yep. All right, Air Force set to inbound. Aggies have led by as many as 9, but Air Force quietly trying to slow things down here a little bit. Long inbounds to Jacob Van. Full shot clock with 18 minutes left to go here in the first half. Lyons swings it back to Van Solen, over to Jacob Van, who picks up his dribble, swings it over to Lyons, over to Lavelle Scotty, who posts up Swan on the left block. He'll go to work against Quinn Taylor. Aggies bring the double team. So he swings it back over to Scotty, who takes a baseline shot, is up and good, and Air Force gets the 2 and cuts the lead back to 5 after the Aggies started off the first half on a 5-0 run. Air Force runs back with back-to-back buckets. 34-29, back to a 5-point game. Sam Merrill on the right side, pulls up for 3, buries it. Cold-blooded Sam Merrill with 8 points here in the second half and 13 for the game.
Yeah, his defender trips a little bit, and he just dots his eye for him.
Van Solen trying to post up Swan. Ball goes out of bounds. And Utah State has the ball with an 8-point lead, 37-29. Let's pause 10 seconds for local stations to identify themselves on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Kobe McEwen attacking the rim. Ball goes out of bounds on the deflection. It'll stay with Utah State underneath their own basket. Kobe McEwen set to inbound. Aggies have 18 seconds left on the shot clock and lead by 8, 37-29 with 17:03 left to go. Kobe McEwen has the ball knocked out of his hands once again. Stays with Utah State. 2 seconds go off the shot clock.
It's a tough area to inbound the ball. You know, you're in the deep corner on the baseline.
Finally gets it over to Brown, who hands back to McEwen. Thinks about the three, but then reverses the court. Comes mid-circle. Drives into the lane. Picks up the dribble. Spin. Shot will be short, but Brown's there for the rebound. Dishes over to Quinn Taylor, who lays it up and in, just like you drew it up, Coach.
Yeah, that's right. Right place.
Aggies push the lead back to 9. They're back on a 5-0 run. Sid Tomes back into the game for the Falcons, posting up Swan, who goes to work against Quinn Taylor. Left-hand push shot won't go. Brown pulls down another impressive rebound. Aggies quickly in transition. Diogo Brito outside the three-point line. Cross court to Kobe for 3. Got it! Kobe buries the three-point shot from the right wing. Timeout on the court. Aggies up big. This is Aggie basketball as Utah State leads 42-29 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. By 13, currently on an 8-0 run after only leading by 4 at the break, Coach. You're really starting to see this team start to pull away a little bit. Now you just got to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I think the Aggies are really comfortable with the pace of play. You know, they're bringing the ball quickly, but then they're not settling for the first shot available. They're able to work through their offense. So what a great start by the Aggies, and you know, you really just have to push it the next 4 or 5 minutes right here and end this game right now. Yeah,
find a way to make Air Force feel like there's no reason to continue to keep playing and put this game away. Sam Merrill leading all scorers with 13. Kobe McEwen with 9. Quinn Taylor also with 9, leading scorer for the Falcons. Lavelle Scotty with 8. Aggies now shooting 52% from the field, and now 5 of 14 from beyond the three-point line, Coach, after being 2 of 11 in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you come on, you make your first one, and that basket just gets a little bigger, and you know, they just need to keep capitalizing on open shots.
Seems to come in waves, there's no doubt. Lavelle Scotty, as the Aggies show a little bit of a token press, take the Falcons out of their offense a bit. Jacob Van swings it over to Tomes. Aggies try to cheat, come out with a steal. Scotty on the left wing keeps possession. Swings it back over to Tomes on the right side. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Down low to Tui. Tui can't find anything, so back over to Tomes to Van. Back over to Lyles on the outside. He'll drive. Has the ball knocked out of his hands, regains possession. Over to Tomes with 2-1. Gets a shot up at the buzzer. Won't go, and a rebound pulled down once again by Dwayne Brown.
Great defense by the Aggies right there to play the whole shot clock.
Dwayne Brown, by the way, that's his 6th rebound of the night. And timeout on the court. 42-29, 13-point lead for Utah State with 15:41 left to go. We'll take a break. Utah State. So Kobe stays into the game. Brito and Brown are the two that are going to come out. So Van set to hit another free throw here. And this guy's about as automatic as you can get. And yes, I'm trying to jinx him, but he might be too good to be susceptible to a jinx. Free throw is up. Got it. Van on the day is now 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He came into the game a 90% free throw shooter. He's now 36 of 39 on the season shooting free throws. That's a guy you want to hang out with if you got a little papa shot going on at the old arcade. Ball stolen away from McEwen. He's able to come back and get it, though. Swings it back over to Crew Ainge into the game. Crew hands over to McEwen. Back over to Sam Merrill on the left wing. 13:52 left to go. Pass down low to McEwen. Broken up. McEwen's able to bat it over to Henson. Over to Merrill with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets a screen. Pull-up shot inside the three-point line. Got it to go. Sam Merrill cold-blooded in this one. He's got 15 points on the night. And the Aggies' lead is now 17. Foul is going to go against Air Force. And they're going to get Tui with the call, swinging that elbow around, and Utah State's got the ball back, leading 46-31. 15-point game with 13:34 left to go.
Yeah, and the Aggies just need to handle this little pressure. It's not a great press, but where they're all the same size, it's hard to get the ball around.
Yep. Aggies easily break the press. Crew Ainge running the point. Picked up there by Seipels, who just checked back into the game for the Falcons. Dargington, three-point line extended straight away. Back over to Ainge. Ainge working back to the far side, hands over to Kobe McEwen. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. McEwen step back, long three-point shot attempt. Couldn't get it to go. And Air Force with Seipels pulls it down. Back over to Tomes, over to Lyons, trying to post up. His man down in the paint, stolen away by Merrill. Merrill's doing everything tonight. Going coast to coast, but the ball's knocked out of his hands as he tried to attack the rim. Lyons has the ball for Air Force, attacks the rim, and guess who's there to, I thought Crew Ainge was going to be able to draw the charge. Instead, they get him with the blocking foul. Coach, what do you see there?
Well, I think just a little late movement by Ainge.
Yep.
And again, it's just substitution. It's a substitute player coming off the bench. He needs to earn a little more respect. Now, if that's Quinn Taylor, we might get a break there.
Yep.
But
Sam Merrill, he may definitely get it.
Yeah, that's for sure. I thought it was an excellent defensive try right there.
Yeah, I did too.
Stop the easy layup.
All right, Air Force down by 15. 46-31, 12:40 left to go. Falcons with the ball. Van Solen on the right wing. Back up top to Tomes. Tomes cross court over to 2. Long three-point shot attempt is up, and Caleb Morris buries the 3 for the Falcons. Only their second three-point make of the game, and the lead is back to 12. 46-34 with 12:17 left to go. Down low to Dargington. Swings it back over to Henson. Henson over to Ainge. Back to McEwen. Pump fakes the shot. Down low to Dargington. Dargington's got an advantage against Van Soles. Pump fake. Shot up. Won't go, but he's fouled. Dargington's licking his chops on that matchup.
Yeah, he sure was. And he's just, to be expected, Alex, just a little out of rhythm. Having to sit out for 2 weeks, that doesn't help. But, again, we have our subs out right now. This is our second team. We just need to kind of withstand this run and then make another push right after the media.
It's a really kind of an interesting lineup because you still have Kobe and Sam out on the court as Dargington makes his free throw, but they're coupled with, so you got Sam and Kobe, but then you got Dargington, you got Henson, and then you got Ainge.
Yeah, it's and that again, you better always be ready to play, every day in practice, and you get your chance, and when you get your chance, you got to show up.
Dargington missed that free throw, so he's 1 for 2 on that trip, 3 for 4 overall on the day. Aggies lead by 13, 47-34. Clock running with 11:53 left to go. Seipels into the lane, attacking the rim, and layup won't go. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to get Ainge for a foul going up against Tui, trying to go, I don't know if you can over the back, but when you're about 7 inches difference between the two. But Ainge picks up the foul, and Air Force will have the ball when we come back. Aggies lead by 13, 47-34, 11:47 left to go on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. All right, Utah State leading by 13, 47-34 here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Aggies shooting 17 of 32 from the field overall, Coach, improving that percentage to 53%. Three-point shooting's been a lot better. They're now at 33%. They're getting to the free throw line here in the second half. This has been the kind of second half we wanted to see from this team.
Yeah, I mean, everything's, right on cue right now. Now, again, there's a lot of time left in the game, and, you start missing a couple outside shots, and, Air Force starts making a couple, and all of a sudden it's a ball game. So you really want to take care of, putting first things first, and that's maintaining that solid defensive focus. And then offensively, we need to, not fall in love with a three-point shot, but take it when it's available.
Yep. All right, Air Force inbounding underneath their own basket. Up top to Souls. Or Seipels, excuse me. Back over to Tomes. Tomes outside the three-point line. Dishes over to Morris on the right wing. Morris back to Tomes. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Air Force pull up. Van Solen can't get the shot to go. Kobe snatches the rebound. It's about as impressive a board you'll see. It's Merrill on the right wing. Aggies looking to push this 13-point lead. Brito hands back to Merrill on the right wing. Three-point line extended. Merrill into the lane and draws the foul, and they're going to get Tomes trying to get his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, it's a little different whistle than probably we had with Ainge out there. But, Crew did a fine job of coming in and giving those guys a little breather. we got to find some space now to give Sam and Kobe a quick break as well.
Aggies have not made a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Fortunately, Air Force hasn't done much better. Inbound to Henson on the baseline. He's got to send it all the way back to Brito in the backcourt. Kobe McEwen back to Merrill. Merrill cross courts over to Henson. 6 seconds left. Baseline three is up, and guess what? Sam Merrill just buried the three.
Yeah, he's unreal right now.
He has a little smirk as he runs down the court. He knows he's feeling it. Ryan Swan back into the game. Dishes over to C.J. Seipels, who attacks the rim.
Sam gets the charge.
And Sam gets the charge. Yep. Aggies lead by 16, their largest lead in the game, 50-34 with 10:47 left to go. Crew Angels over there like, you got to be kidding me.
About the exact same play. But Sam's doing such a fine job. You know, he's telling his teammates where to go. If you watch him on defense, he's directing that whole thing. What a fine performance tonight by Sam.
Sam Merrill leading scorer with 18. Kobe McEwen with 11. Those are your two Aggies in double figures. Cross court to Henson. Back to Brito. He'll take a crack at the three, and he'll knock down the three. It's raining threes here in the Spectrum as Utah State pushes the lead out. Once again, 53-34, 19-point lead for the Aggies. You kind of felt like this storm was brewing, and the Aggies have blown it up here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Tomes back up top to Trevor Lyons. Lyons swings it over to Norman, who takes the three. Can't get it to go, and here comes Brito with the rebound. 10 minutes exactly left to go. Henson back to Brito. Brito will pull up. He'll take another three. Can't get that one to go. And Air Force with the rebound. Lions crossing the timeline. 9:50 left to go. Lions on the left wing. Swings it back over to Van Solen. As Air Force, again, being patient on offense. Down by 19. Van Solen to Tomes. Trying to post up. Swan puts an elbow into Quinn Taylor. Taylor's there to cut him off. He still takes the turnaround jumper and still gets it to go off the back iron. And Quinn Taylor's like, I played pretty good defense there.
Yeah, not much more you can do. I mean, that's an individual performance there. But I think we're right where we wanted to be. We talked about being at the 10-minute mark and Air Force feeling like they don't have an answer.
Yep. 53-36. Aggies try to run an alley-oop to Kobe. Kobe comes back, though, to get it after it was cut off. Brito takes the three-point shot attempt that's missed by Kobe, gets the offensive rebound, and draws the foul.
So much more activity in this half, offensively, just moving without the basketball. Kobe's goal for the lob and then an immediate down screen and gets that shot off and barely misses it. But just a much better performance right here in the second half.
Dwayne Brown's going to check in. Deron Henson checks out for Utah State. Kobe McEwen will inbound underneath the basket. Aggies about 9-10 away from snapping this four-game losing skid, leading by 17. Inbound to Taylor, just inside the three-point line. Brito looks for a cutter and then hands off to Kobe. McEwen kicks it back over to Taylor, will take a three. Won't go, but Kobe McEwen's there for the offensive rebound and lays it up and in. Tipped it to himself, gathered it in, and Coach laid it up. Made it look easy out there.
Unbelievable athletic performance right there.
19-point lead, 55-36 for Utah State. Swan on the right wing. Dishes over to Lavelle Scotty, who's been kept relatively in check. Scotty down low to Swan. Swan trying to post up. Spin into lane, shot off the baseline is up and good, and that cuts Utah State's lead back down to 17. 55-38, 8:28 left to go in the game. Brown back to Taylor. Taylor looks for Kobe McEwen. He'll lay it up and in. Beautiful setup by Utah State.
It's ironic that you can get a back cut against a back cutting team.
Lead back to 19, largest lead for the Aggies. Matches the largest lead. Scotty attacking the rim once again. Lays it up, won't go, but he draws the foul to go to the free throw line with 8:09 left to go. Aggies need to shore it up a little bit defensively. You can kind of tell the team feels like this game's pretty much all but over, but you want to finish strong.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is, be on the bads in the film session tomorrow. So a little bit troubling that they're able to throw it to the post and score so easy right now.
Scotty's first free throw is missed. Lavelle Scotty, pretty good free throw shooter, 80%. I believe that's his first trip tonight. Diogo Brito on the far side, swings it back over to Kobe McEwen on the right wing. McEwen back to Sam Merrill. Merrill, who's got 18 points here in the game. Hands over to McEwen, dishes down low to Quinn Taylor, lost the handle, but he comes back and gets it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Sam Merrill pulls up for three, won't go. A rare miss tonight for Sam Merrill. Had to get the shot up before the shot clock. 57-39, Air Force with the ball. Jacob Van attacking the rim. It's blocked by Sam Merrill. Took an elbow to the face, but Sam Merrill with the block. Burrito trying to run the fast break, can't find anything, pulls it back. Hands over to Brown. Brown on the right wing. Now Kobe, three-point line extended straight away. Hands back over to Sam Merrill with 7:14 left to go. Down to Taylor. Taylor with a cutting Burrito, reverse layup and in.
Yeah, they're just moving so much better without the ball. And I mean, this is our starting lineup out there right now. This is where they're making their final push.
Aggies push the lead to 20. Largest lead of the night for the Aggies. Caleb Morris for the Falcons. Over to Swan. Swan punt fakes, then hands back over to Lyons. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Now up top to Lyons. Lyons will take the straightaway three, up and mid with 6:39 left to go. Dwayne Brown over to Quinn Taylor. Back to Brown. You hear Coach Duryea say, keep it moving. Let's go. Sam Merrill on the right wing. Swings it over to the left side to Burrito. Back over to Sam Merrill on the right side. Back to Kobe McEwen. Straightaway three from Brown is up and comes off the back iron. Won't go. And here comes the Falcons with Lyons crossing the timeline. 6:14 left to go. Caleb Morris into the game. Down low to Swan. Swan attacks the bucket and lays it up and in after Sam Merrill went for a second block shot of the night.
Yeah, they found a way to kind of expose our defense, and that's in the post.
61-39, probably too little too late for the Falcons. Actually, 61-41, excuse me. 20-point game. Kobe McEwen to Quinn Taylor in the paint. Kicks it back over to Burrito. Burrito will attack the rim, loses the handle as the ball was knocked out of his hands, and then Burrito gets a little too aggressive and commits the foul on Caleb Morris. And that puts Utah State in the penalty as the Falcons will now be shooting 1-1. By the way, update the score. It's 59-41, 18-point game for Utah State with 5:43 left to go. So Caleb Morris, who is a 62% free throw shooter and misses that one. He's only one, or he's, not a particularly great free throw shooter. Kobe McEwen dishes over to Burrito, back up top Merrill. 5:33 left to go. Aggies up by 18, 59-41. Back up top to McEwen, over to Sam Merrill. Merrill down low to Brown. Brown going to work. Swings it back over to Burrito. Over to Merrill. Merrill will take the three. And guess what? Sam Merrill put it on the board. Another three. He's got 21 on the night.
Just unconscious out there right now.
Chris Joyce into the game for the Falcons as they start unloading the bench. Lavelle Scott back up top to Swan. Over to Morris. Tries to go a post pass. Goes off the foot of Sam Merrill. Goes out of bounds, and the ball goes out of bounds into about the 6th row of the student section.
Kick save and a beauty. Kick save and a beauty.
Lavelle Scott set to inbound on that far sideline. Over to Swan. Back to Scotty. Scotty back over to Morris. Morris on the right wing. Back to Scotty trying to drive. Stood up though. Stonewalled by Quinn Taylor. Has to dish back over to Swan. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Air Force has to do something. Pull up or shot outside the three-point line. Missed. And here comes Utah State. Missed shot by Chris Joyce. Couldn't get it to go. Kobe McEwen's going to attack Scotty and grab the block and the foul and the bucket. He's going to get the end one.
Yeah, that's a defender in the restricted area, and Kobe just went up over the top, and that'll be all over social media tonight.
Yeah, as it should. Aggies up 64-41, 4:32 left to go, and Kobe's got a chance to push the lead. But what an acrobatic, crazy play by Kobe McEwen.
Yeah, he's really displaying his athleticism tonight. And again, going without a break throughout this second half. What a gutsy performance by both he and Sam.
Yep. McEwen's free throw is up and rimmed out. Lead stays at 23, 64-41 with 4:29 left to go. Probably time for Utah State start pulling some people out. Chris Joyce up top, the three-point line. Kobe and Sam a combined 38 points in this game. Missed shot at the rim. Air Force with 41 points. McEwen back to Brito. Brito back over to McEwen. Will take the baseline three. Won't go, but Quinn Taylor with the layup up and in.
Nice, nice.
Athletic play by Quinn Taylor. Aggies up by 25, 66-41. Air Force with LaShawn Brown back up top to Joyce. Joyce swings it back over to Scotty. Over to Swan. Three-point line extended. Morris on the right side. Sets up Swan, who lays it up and in.
Back door.
Yep. Finally you see something like that from Air Force.
Yeah.
3:33 and counting left to go. Aggies up by 23, 66-43. They're going to snap this four-game losing skid and get set for a big showdown against Fresno. McEwen outside the three-point line. Gets a screen from Brown. Back over to Merrill. Down low to Quinn Taylor. Attacking the rim. Can't get it to go, but he'll draw the foul. And the Aggies will probably bring some subs in on our next timeout. 3:19 left to go. 66-43. Utah State's coasting to a victory here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. (66-43), 23-point lead for Utah State with 3:19 left to go as the Aggies are cruising for a big victory tonight against the Falcons. Looking good right now, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, getting really game plan exact. I mean, defensively they've done an outstanding job of stopping Air Force. I mean, they have them at 43 points now with 33 minutes to go, and a team averaging close to 70. And offensively, the Aggies struggled in the first half, so the score won't indicate it, but just a fine job of executing their offense and playing to the level that we know they can play.
3:19 left to go. Aggies led in scoring with Sam Merrill, who's got 21. Kobe McEwen with 17. Sam is out of the game, and rightfully so. McEwen's out of the game. Your Aggies out on the court right now. Dwayne Brown. Oh, Kobe's still in the game. Excuse me. Kobe, Ainge, Taylor, Diogo Brito, and Sam Brown. Dwayne Brown. Second free throw for Quinn Taylor, who made his first one, is up and good. Utah State good from the free throw line tonight as well. Hopefully they put those woes behind them. 68-43, 25-point game with 3:13 and counting left to go. Working around the horn, LaShawn Brown swings it cross court over to Morris, over to Norman. Porter going to check in on the next timeout. Three-point shot attempt is up and good as Norman buries his second three. 68-46, 22-point game for Utah State with 2:55 left to go. Ainge. Crew Ainge getting a lot of minutes in this one. Brown, cross court to McEwen for three from the baseline. Got it. 71-46. You're going to have both McEwen and Sam Merrill with 20-plus points in this game. Joyce for the Falcons. Over to Norman, who's hit a couple threes. Down low, nice give and go. Draws the foul at the rim. That'll send the Falcons to the free throw line. 71-46 with 2:30 left to go in the game. By the way, Sam Merrill with 21, Kobe McEwen with 20, 41 total for those two, whereas the Falcons with just 46 on the game.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good performance by those two. Come back to play like that.
By the way, Kobe McEwen gets subbed out, which means he gets a nice applause from the fans. Free throw up, missed by Air Force on the 1-and-1. Jonathan Dwayne couldn't get it to go. Crew Ainge over to Porter, over to Brito on the left wing. Crew Ainge on the right side, tries to drive, swings it back over to Henson. He'll take a straightaway three, won't go. Air Force pulls down the board. And here comes the Falcons into the lane. LaShawn can't get the, they're going to give him the end one. Abel Porter gets hit with a foul. 71-46 with 2:05 left to go in the game.
Yeah, so 1-and-1, so foul before the shot.
There you go.
Yeah.
LaShawn Brown steps up to the free throw line. Has only played in 7 games this year. Misses the free throw, tipped around, finally bowled down by Dwayne Brown. 2 minutes left to go. Dwayne Brown almost with, that's his 8th rebound. I was going to say, it's close to double digits in boards. Burrito back over to Crew Ainge on the right wing. Crew nearly loses the dribble, though. Hands back to Porter, back to Ainge. Ainge gets a screen, sets up Porter on the baseline. He gives it back up top to Ainge, gets another screen, reverses the court. 7 seconds left. Ainge is going to drive. Layup with the left hand. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Morris of Air Force. Swings it back over to Joyce. Joyce hands back to Norman on the outside. Norman nearly traveled. Instead, brings it back over to Porter, who takes the shot, missed, or LaShawn Brown, excuse me, and Air Force and Utah State both just want this thing to be over with at this point.
Yeah, I think they're ready to go. The officials are ready to go. We just need to take care of the ball and move it around.
Ainge brings it over to Burrito with 1:04 left to go. Burrito outside the three-point line. Back to Porter. Back over to Ainge. He'll take the three. Get in there. Nah, wouldn't go. Pulled down by the Falcons. Love to see Ainge bury that three.
Absolutely.
Morris pump fakes the three, then drives, draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line with 47 seconds left to go. Aggies up big, 71-46, Coach, and ready to go to Fresno to see if they can carry some momentum.
Yeah, it's they really need to just finish that. I want Ainge to make a three too. It's one part of his game that, coming off a mission maybe he didn't have enough time to work on, but in the offseason that'll be something he'll have to work on tonight. Morris
makes the free throw. Remember last time Air Force was here, Utah State got an 89-58 victory. So the spectrum has not been kind to the Falcons.
No, again, defensively we did an outstanding job today stopping what they want to do.
Missed free throw on the second board is rebound by the Falcons. A three-point shot attempt is missed. Another rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Air Force. 71-47, 24-point game, 39 seconds left to go, and the Falcons will inbound. As the last 2 minutes of this game starting to drag at this point. Burrito's giving Ainge some pointers as to where to go. Air Force pump fakes the three. Joyce goes down low. Ball's going to be knocked out of the hands of Jonathan Dwayne, but a foul will send Dwayne to the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, one problem is Ainge was on scout team, so he was running the offense, not having a chance to play defense against it. So he's having to get some instructions from his teammates out there.
Neither team has scored in the last 2.5 minutes. Free throw is up and good by Jonathan Dwayne. He'll have one more. That's only his 6th free throw attempt of this year. Second free throw attempt is good as well. So 71-49, 35 seconds left to go. Aggies can milk most of this clock left. Haven't heard the winning team, losing team in a while. And student section is letting it fly. Ainge, spot up three. Won't go. Dang it. He looks over to the Utah State bench, upset with himself. Joyce, crossover dribble on Ainge. Swings it cross court. Three-point shot attempt is up from the baseline and rims out. Air Force is there for the rebound. They couldn't get the follow-up to go, and Utah State and Diogo Burrito pulls down the board, and that's how this thing's going to end. Utah State's going to win this one. Final score, 71-49, snapping that 4-game losing skid, and the Aggies even up the record overall at 11-11 on the year. Tough first half for Utah State, only led by 4. Blew it open in the second half, outscoring the Falcons 42-24 in the second half, Coach.
Yeah, and I think Air Force's coach summed it up best right there when he shook Coach Duryea's hand and says, "You guys were good tonight. You guys were good tonight," and that's really what they were. They were good tonight.
71-49 is the final. Utah State gets the W over the Air Force Falcons on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Postgame show coming up next.